So this is incredible. Even after the Electoral College met and the election results are certified, Trump is still playing this game. This game as if like, hey, maybe I actually did win. Watch this.
President Trump created millions of jobs, saved the economy from a worldwide pandemic, and led the effort to discover a vaccine at warp speed. America rewarded President Trump with over 74 million votes, millions more than Obama and both Clintons, more votes than any president, more votes from African Americans, Latinos, and Jewish Americans than any Republican in decades. President Trump won Ohio, Florida, and 95% of bellwether counties, suggesting a landslide Trump victory. But something happened. Some states rushed out mail-in ballots, a recipe for fraud. Dead people voted. Ballots miraculously appeared. Biden ballots added in the middle of the night. Joe Biden bragged about having
the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud organization in the history of...
It's an outrage. The American people deserve to know the truth. Demand an honest election and an honest count. Contact your legislators today.
It's incredible. The election results have been certified. The election is over. Biden is president-elect, and he will be sworn in as president. And he's running ads like that. That's almost like a campaign ad, right? Isn't that what it strikes you as? And they love taking these misleading data points and using them. Saying like, oh, usually if somebody wins Florida and Ohio, they win the whole election. Okay, but that didn't happen. So, I guess not all the time. Because Biden won Arizona, for example. Democrats weren't winning Arizona previously. Biden won Arizona. Biden won Georgia. Democrats weren't winning Georgia. Biden won Georgia. So you bring up this like misleading data point. Well, I won Ohio and Florida. Congratulations. Biden has 306 electoral college votes. How you like them apples? He's got 74 million votes, more than any sitting president ever. Okay. And you still lost by about 7 million votes. Like, he brings up these things and they're like misleading on purpose. It doesn't give you the whole picture. They're just trying to imply, like, Biden did well in the exact places where he needed to do really well. Fraudulent. Or that's where they put all of their energy and their focus and their ad money. Like, or that, right? And by the way, this is what Trump did in 2016. He targeted the Rust Belt effectively, and that's how he won. And so Biden knew the places where they were targeting, and he won those places. Like, listen, it's really not that fishy. It's not. I'm sorry. Biden was up in like every single poll. He ended up winning by 7 million votes, about 4% or so. If anything, that's a little bit of an underperformance because he was leading by 7 or 8 percentage points. So he won by 4. Okay. Trump gets credit for his little surge, surge coming into election day, but it still wasn't enough to win. And by the way, not even really that close. Biden has 306 electoral votes. Like, the point that people need to understand if they're hardcore Trump people is, it's not like you weren't given your day in court. Not only were you given your day in court, in the overwhelming majority of circumstances, these are conservative courts. When a 6-3 conservative court throws out your Texas lawsuit, for example, and laughs at you, that says something. Because when you actually get into a court of law and you have to prove your case, your weird, misleading data points don't apply anymore. That's not sufficient. That's not going to win the day for you. So then that leads to the question, well, what the hell is Trump doing? On top of saving face, which he thinks this is saving face, even though it's even more embarrassing, all this stuff that you're seeing is tied to his continued fundraising effort. He was doing this when he already knew that he lost from the beginning. He was raising money to say, we're going to fight this thing. But if you read the fine print, they were basically saying, like, no, this money's really going to more go towards paying down the campaign debt. Campaign debt, and I don't know, maybe even personal debt. I don't know. Could be. I think it said campaign debt, but it could have been either one. I don't know. But he's fundraising, like, oh, we're going to fight this, and you need to fund the effort to fight it. And it's like, you're actually taking that money and paying down your own debt. So it's misleading. He might run in 2024, man. Jesus, the show never ends and is driving me crazy.